Hello there. Welcome to the Oh No podcast. Oh no! Let's see if we have is the sound bar working? Hold on. Is the sound effects? It's not working. I realize that's on the other screen. We'll have to go back to the other screen to do that. Anyway, I have a bunch of stuff set up and I'm so excited. For example, watch this. Are you ready? Let's go to the computer screen.
Oh, God.
Here's the transition. Now we're looking at the screen. Did you see it?
Holy shit.
Did you see me?
I got no prep on this. I just sat down and you start doing a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah, that's how the Oh No podcast works.
Okay.
But this is what I was talking about. Here we go.
Oh no. I just finally cried myself to sleep.
I don't know if you've ever seen Schitt's Creek.
No.
You've never seen that show? It's fucking phenomenal.
My first thought was, I know that person.
You do?
I just feel like I do.
No, exactly. That's episode 2 of Schitt's Creek, and the husband Moira, you know the guy from American Pie, the dad.
The dad. Okay.
The eyebrows, you know.
Yes.
Him and his actual son in real life, his real son in real life are in this show, and his son created this show actually. And it's basically these rich people that get their entire fortune taken away, and they have to live like on this really shitty like motel on this place called Schitt's Creek, you know.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
And so
You're like, yes, but it's amazing.
it's so fun. It's so fun. And so he wakes up with like dripping stuff on his face, you know? And he's like, Moira, there's something dripping on my face. And she says,
Oh wait, I think I have seen this show. I've seen like one episode of it.
and I cried laughing when she said that, because I feel so seen and heard in that moment, you know? Am I the only one?
No, you're not the only one. Like I said, I know that person. I know like 5 of that person at least.
I just realized the viewers are literally looking at this entire giant screen for no reason, but I have OBS set up to where all my sound effects are only on this scene. If you know anything about OBS, you'll know what I mean. But here's the other sound effect I have. Here we go.
You stand convicted of assholism.
I mean, Divine, come on, right?
Yeah.
We gotta do that.
You go.
All right. We'll switch back over to the main screen there. Here we are.
like
Hey, hello there. We're back. That looks so ridiculous. I'm so happy with that. Okay, sorry.
I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you think about good and evil?
Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
Do you think that there are evil people or just evil deeds?
So this is a nature or nurture question?
I don't know. It goes in a lot of different directions for me, and I've like been questioning it lately, and now I'm kind of like, I used to just always be like, nah, people are good, and if they're doing something bad, it's because they're doing it for their own reason that they think is good.
You can lean back if you want to. Let's lean back.
I'm uncomfortable.
Is it uncomfortable leaning back? Do you need
No.
a pillow?
No, I feel so on the spot, but
This is
this
a
is
podcast.
It is.
I think it's just we like you walked in and
We just did this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because my fear is I don't want to start talking.
We're gonna waste all of what we would. Yeah, I know.
There's so many times where I'm like, fucking, why am I not recording this?
I don't know. I felt that happening over there when we were talking about your computer.
Yeah.
Which is why I could tell you did the same thing, and you were like, "Nah, we're doing this now,"
Okay,
and I
you
was
gotta
like,
stop.
"Okay."
You gotta stop this shit. Hold on. One of the other things I have set up here is I have some voice changer stuff.
You motherfucker! You did not answer my question.
Sorry, I didn't answer. I'm so ADHD. Okay.
Good and evil. What
Yeah.
do you think that some people are just evil? Like serial killers, I guess, are a given that they have no morality really, so they just do evil. Like they probably do conceive of morality. Some of them have proven it because they can fit in.
Yeah.
But they do shit that's evil because they're just like, no, I really want to. And so.
Because there's like Ed Fish.
Uh-huh.
Like he's not. I don't remember hearing too much about his upbringing being particularly bad or whatever. Like you can't really blame.
Yeah, which one? It was one of the ones that looked super normal.
Oh, that's Ted.
Ted Bundy, yeah. He grew up totally normal. His parents were like, nah, we did good on him. And we're like, no, you didn't.
And then you have people like this.
Darth Vader. Hey.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to do that. That's
God
one of the
damn
voices. See, I snuck it in there. There's a part of the conversation.
Uh-huh.
Darth Vader's a perfect example, though,
Well
because he's like, he has what? You know, he was a cute little kid, and then had some shit happen, and then he's like, not happy about it anymore. And
Do
then
you think that, like, have you known anybody that did shit that was bad, that they did, like, hurt people on purpose because they like hurting people?
Oh. I think that's probably very, very few and far between, genuinely. Like, I think there's people who will hurt you because...
They're hurt?
Yeah, or they're out of their own best interest. Like, for example, you'll be in a relationship and you're like, this lady, like, you have a bad breakup, and you're like, how could she say these things to me? She's a horrible person. But it's like, oh, wait, you just, from your perspective, you're saying everything you believe too.
Yeah.
So you're not saying, like, fuck you because you genuinely want me to, like, whatever. You're saying things because you need an exclamation, you know?
Yeah. But I think that qualifies as hurting people because you're hurt.
Yeah, but that's not evil.
Okay. But have you run across people that have hurt people just because they like doing it?
I feel like, I mean, in managerial, like, you know, places
Yeah.
like that, for sure.
Oh man, you just made me think of somebody that did that shit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there was this guy David Seinfeld. Wherever you are.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. No, it's just we're
On to you, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
He used to work at Target. Target. And he...
Well, hi. Today's sponsor is Target.
No, that motherfucker would just fuck with people because he was just mean. Like, he just... Like, I was doing Christmas and I was resetting on Planogram. This was a long time ago. And I was a teenager. And, like, my dad had just died. And I had come back from bereavement. And I was, like, resetting, taking the, like, ornaments down. And this motherfucker was just like, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it. Like, it was just like an ever so slight change that made no real difference.
Yeah.
It was like, instead of putting all of the ornaments in color order or whatever, like, we'll just do that back there. Throw them all in one container right now. And I'm like, why not just separate them now?
Yeah.
Like,
See, that's exactly what I mean by, like, there's certain people, but that's not even evilness. I feel like that's...
No, he like started this campaign against me that day. It was like, are you fucking stupid or something? And made sure he waited until all my coworkers were around to do it. And then after that, he kept trying to get me, he wasn't technically my boss either. And then he started trying to get me to be moved to his department by saying that there was fraternization in my department because I was helping drive people home from work because they didn't have cars.
Yeah.
But
how fuck you.
Oh yeah, no,
How
it turned
dare
into
you.
like this whole big thing with the store manager where I had to be like, I'm sorry, I see no difference between other people driving these people home, which did happen, and me doing it, except that I'm a girl. And he was like, yeah, that would change the perception. And I was like, are you saying that Target has a problem with the fact that I'm a girl? And he was like, yes. And then he went, no. I was just like, what is happening right now? But that David Seinfeld guy kept fucking with everyone there after I left. And then it was actually kind of funny. A twisted bad thing happened.
To him?
Well,
Well...
he would adopt children. Him and his wife had 3 adopted children.
Is this an Andy, what's his name? The director who, like...
Fuck. Now I'm blanking on who
Annie
that guy.
Hall. He made Annie Hall, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like so he had like 3 adopted kids, and then something happened, and there was like a scandal, like charges were filed and things, and he was being investigated.
Like a scandal?
There was a scandal.
Like a sexist
There was-
scandal, or like a...
So yeah, some kind of.
They didn't own kittens.
Yeah,
It wasn't kitties.
He was making touch on kids. We were like that was
diddling.
the concern.
Doing the diddling.
Fuck. So I was coming to pick up Bug. You know Bugs.
Yes,
and
I
Bug
do.
was there, and he was working till.
Hi. Are you watching?
Are you out there?
Are you listening to this?
He might be out there, but
Welcome.
So, I had to go pick Bug up at 1 a.m. from Target, and I was in the parking lot, and it was empty and dark, and that David Seinfeld guy came out to get the carts, and my car was running, and I just
You fucking rammed this guy?
I just waited. No,
You rammed him.
no.
This is a story about you completely
No!
ramming someone. In the...
He walked in front of the car, and and I turned the lights on and revved the engine at him.
So he thought you were going to
He
fucking
thought I
kill
was,
him.
but I waved.
You're like, hi.
Hi, it's me.
Jesus Christ.
But he was bad.
Yeah, no.
I wanted him to know that other people knew he was bad. I'm like, he already knew we knew, but I wanted to let him know that I knew.
But see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, the evilness there, I feel like I'm like, you...
Was I the evil one?
I mean, you were doing revenge.
I wasn't doing revenge. I didn't hurt him. I didn't do anything to
I
him.
want to bring emotional distress upon you.
I did not. Or I just wanted him to see me waving.
I just wanted him to see that it was me that caused him to think he might die.
I was just.
That's what it
getting
sounds like
his
revenge to me.
attention.
Hey, I'll get your attention up on the fucking horse head. In your
Yeah, I
fucking
guess
bed.
this is my Yakuza side, I guess.
Hey.
Maybe I'm just as bad as they are. I don't know.
This is one of those moments where like, of course I wouldn't smash up your shop. It's a mighty fine shop you have here. It would be horrible if something happened.
You could die.
No, okay. No, but seriously, here's the thing though.
Did I do the wrong thing, Newt?
No, you were being. I would have done the same thing. Fuck that guy.
He was really mean to everybody.
Because here's the
He just
issue.
liked fucking with people
Here's
with
the problem.
power.
The reason why people are like that is because they don't have any control in their real life. Genuinely, I think that's the only thing that I've ever come up with in my mind where I'm like at work and someone is being so unnecessarily particular about like, so that goes there, or this is, oh, you're not doing, blah, 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 or they're trying to control you and micromanage at every level. It's because they go home and their significant other or their mom or whatever they had or do have is completely denying them from that as well. So they come to work and they go, all right, now I can be in control. So I want to be like, fuck them. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, that's a nurture thing. But on the other hand, you can fix that shit. Get the fuck out. Who's asking you to stay there?
Yeah, I'm like, was he just he had to know he was fucking with people.
No, he definitely did. That's where that's what I'm saying. The person who's doing that is definitely getting joy out of it because they don't have control anywhere else.
But he liked doing things that were messed up on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
that's evil.
Yeah, it's like, that's fucking Kubrick shit. It's fucking Kubrick shit.
Any reference to Kubrick.
Yeah.
Kubrick.
He's fucking, I mean, here's the thing. Kubrick, though, you can, like, justify torturing people emotionally for the art of a movie or whatever. You know, you can be like, all right, I'm gonna, because that's what, in my opinion, he did. It was like, for, like, Shelley Duvall or whatever.
Yeah. Or screamed at her.
Yeah, he forced her to be method. You know, instead of asking someone to be method, he's just like, all right, I'm going to make every moment of your life stressful. So when you are on camera, there's no difference.
Yeah.
You're not needing to act. You're worrying. I'm going to capture the look of you worrying about me yelling at you, which is just going to be me telling them, I'm going to switch the narrative.
I fucking hate it when people do that.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
I've been in relationships like that.
Yeah. But the problem is in a relationship or at a job, that's not worth it in my mind.
Yeah.
It's horrible to make those justifications or whatever. You can't say like, oh, a level 7 emotional distress is worth a 10 on the Rotten Tomato scale. But I'm just saying that like on a certain wavelength, I feel like someone can look back on something and go, oh, okay, I see what you were doing there. But then like in moments where it's a relationship or a job, it's just full on like person-to-person manipulation.
Dark.
Yeah.
So dark. Yeah, but the thing is, like, once you're close to people and you care about them, and then you're me, you make excuses for them all the time.
There's the two different types of people. I mean, there's more than two.
There's more than two.
There's more than two.
Yeah.
But
that's fair.
Definitely more than two. It's not binary at all. But I feel like in my case, I'm constantly like, okay, what have I done wrong?
Yeah.
Or how can I change to make this better? Or like, you know, those types of things. But then there's other people that feel to their bones. You know how the first thing you think of is, oh shit, okay, how do I fix this because of what I did, right?
Yeah.
The first thing they think of is, look what you did to me.
Yes.
Or
I'm dealing with that right now.
yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
And it's not,
And I don't know, like, how do you back out of that too? Because like you're sitting back going like, okay, I'm trying to be logical and let's just talk. And they're like, no,
I mean, there's
you're
no-
hurting me. And I'm like,
yeah.
but I
There's no
haven't
backing
even done
out.
anything yet.
the problem with that, I mean, I've had the same thing, is that like you just have to go. You're like, it sounds like a movie. It's a fucking movie of like, I love you, so I must let you go. But it's true, especially because it's like you have a I won't say a better perspective, but you definitely have a different and maybe a wider perspective on the situation, because you could realize that you can benefit from space or self-help on each other's part, like separate from each other. But then in my opinion, or in your opinion, you're seeing that the other person is very defensive, kind of closed off, very, no, this is how it has to be.
What's great about this is I haven't told him anything about this. So he's just like really actually just nailing it without even knowing.
Fuck yeah. We literally just walked in and started recording. So yeah, I don't know the story. So.
No, there's no backstory, but this is great. You're
Yeah.
actually nailing it without even like knowing any of the backstory on it.
Because it's, it's how it happens. The person, I also think it's a learned behavior. And I think this goes back to the evilness of like, if I hold on before I lose it. As a child, if I cry and I get the lollipop, oh shit, I cried, got a lollipop.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
God damn.
And then you keep doing that, and you are
And you
in
become Pavlov's dog.
but this goes back to nurturing, of course, of like you are nurtured in that ecosystem for no one ever checks you to go, no. We're no longer crying for the candy. If you want the candy, you got to do something for it or earn it or whatever, Like, for example, a perfect example for me is when I was a kid, I, like, felt unattended, I felt that my love wasn't being given enough to me. And I told my mom, you don't love me. Oh,
What do you say it that way? Jesus.
oh. Imagine a 5-year-old me, tiny face me. Oh. And she goes, oh, baby, no, like, of course I love you, blah, 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 blah. And does what your mother's supposed to do, right? Mm-hmm. And not even an hour goes by, I'm sure. In my mind, I felt like it was days. But it probably literally was like an hour later.
Yeah, being a kid is drugs.
Yeah. Holy shit. Being kid is drugs. That needs to be a t-shirt.
Being drugs is kid. Like, it goes both ways.
Both ways. Fuck. So, I tried it again. I was like, you don't love me. And she was like, stop it! Like, immediately. It was like, I'm being facetious, but she definitely was like, okay, nope.
Nope. We're not doing this. We're not going down this road every
see where
hour.
This is going. Yeah. No, fuck that. And it's, I think, good to be like, fucking zoom out, bitch. Like someone has to tell you to zoom out of your own feelings, Mm-hmm. And I feel like, female presenting and ovary having people
Ovary having people
tend to be a lot stronger at that. It's just empathy, being like, oh, I'm not the only one in this room. Okay, my feelings aren't 100%, the thing that needs to be attended to and catered to, and I'd like it to be. Maybe it might be. If it is, great. Mm-hmm. But how can we together?
Yeah, they end up being the negotiator for themselves and the other person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me tell you, it's the Ron White joke. So good. Let me tell you something about you that you don't know. I mean, fucking philosophy right there. That's comedy is the new philosophy. Those are the philosophers is what I'm trying to say. I can't talk, but
yeah, it always goes back to that.
Yeah. So, is that it? Answer your question? Is that evil? I mean, we can keep discussing it.
It's a big topic. Let's move to love.
Love. Daniel, are we gonna sloss this shit up?
I want to ask, what the fuck is the point?
Jesus Christ. Let's redline this question, all right? What's the point? I mean, Jesus.
Okay, like, I know it's very important. I know this. I know, like, a month and a half ago, I was very, like, on a, like, love will get us through all the things. Let's all just, like, I know we're all struggling. Let's pull together my friend groups, my family, just each area. I was watching everybody hurt and then get more hurt.
Well,
and
hold
then,
on.
like, shut themselves out away from people.
Is this 2020?
Oh, yeah.
Then suck it up, bitch. Everyone's going through that shit.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
what
know.
I've had to tell myself. I'm like,
But I'm like,
oh, everyone sucks right now.
No, but love is supposed to be the glue.
Yeah,
that
it's still
brings-
here. It's still here.
Is it?
Oh, I mean, here's the thing.
Some days, not as much.
Yes. It's, humans are pack animals.
Yeah.
We fucking need to be around each other. And I think it is hurting us, I mean, to our core to be as isolated as we are. Even as, I mean, I am not an
yeah.
anti-masker.
There's a
I think
lot
you
of
should
mental health issues out
You
there.
should wear your
right now.
masks. Neither of us have fevers right now.
Yeah, we're good.
I have checked my symptoms literally every fucking day when I go into work. Every fucking day. Every fucking day I have to check this shit. So
We don't have to explain ourselves to them. We've
You're right.
definitely done the back work on this.
fuck you. Anyway,
Where's the trust, people?
exactly. But what was I saying? But like literally, we can't even see each other's faces.
Yeah.
Like we, not only are we inside a lot, but then when we do go outside, we have a literal facial barrier of
Yeah, we
Of,
have
like-
a mental barrier
Yeah.
for sure.
communication. I'm Max has said this so many times. Like communication's like 70% body language and like visual and like or more than that. I'm sure it's like 90% or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'm pulling numbers out of my ass, but it's like words.
I like your made up facts. They sound right to me.
Words are not very clearly not how we communicate at fucking all. I mean, how hard is it to genuinely tell a story? It's this fucking hard. Look how thick books are. Like that's how hard it is to tell like a detailed I
You're
want
right.
you to see what's in my mind story.
I mean, Harry Potter goes on for like
That's this thick.
So many
Harry
books.
Potter is this thick. I love describing books as a measurement in size of like, you know, it's ridiculous. And that is, even with that, there's loss of communication.
yeah.
There are people that don't realize that character's black. Specifically Harry Potter, there's a character that people were like, she's black? And when they made the movies, and they were like, yeah, look at the description. It says, like, dark of complexion or whatever. Like, what the fuck do you need? Like, even with that, there's still people going like, I thought, you know? What?
What?
I thought. So, you know, just being able to go, it's why I don't like texting. It's why
Oh,
I think
fucking. People need to call each other more.
Yes.
At the very least, these video
Yeah.
calls are important. Stop trying to get everything in a text message because it doesn't work. No one can tell that, like, your inflection of how you're saying a thing can sound. I can read a text message like 20 different ways, and
Yeah.
it totally changes what's being said.
Let's quote another comedian. Oh shit, another comedian.
Kick
Here we
it
go.
harder.
Oh, let's get it. Oh, I just realized I have so much more room here. Holy shit.
Why were you all crammed up there?
We can move this and go anywhere we want. Look at that. Look at that. So, Jerry Seinfeld does a bit about slow children at play. You know, it's a classic bit of slow children at play or slow children at play. Like,
Yes.
depending, you know, there's a whole
Depending
sentence.
should be a word.
Depending.
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 Continue.
Yeah, communication sucks, man. And here's if you want to talk about communication, here we go. Here we go. Let me just tell you.
Let me just tell you
me just tell ya.
something. Let me just tell you something.
Oh shit. Alan Alda wrote a book.
I love Alan Alda.
Yes, he's amazing. I love you, Alan Alda.
I feel more comfortable already.
Yes.
Continue.
Alan Alda wrote a book called If I Understood You Would I Have This Look on My Face, and I read it. It's good, very good. The only thing I have against it is he's smart. He didn't fully give all his methods away in the book. Whoops, I'm getting text messages. Well,
Stop that. I've gotten like 6 since we've been sitting here, and I'm terrified. Continue.
it's all right. It's all right. We can take a break in like 5 minutes. After this story, we'll take a break and do a social media and anxiety box check.
Yeah.
Anxiety box.
Yeah.
That's another Max quote. What was I saying? Sorry.
Alan Alda.
He has a book called If I Could Understood You Would Have the Look on My Face. And what he uses all his training in improv, because he realized all of those skills were directly represented, or you can what's the word when you use the same skills for something else? It's directly
Correlating?
Yeah, they directly correlate with communication, because in communication you need to be 100% empathetic with with who you're trying to talk to, because they are communicating from their perspective in life completely, right? So you have to be completely empathetic and absorbing what they're saying, not just listening to the words, but hearing what they're saying. And in improv, there is yes and, which the only way yes and works is if you're listening. Completely being empathetic to your partner.
Okay.
So he realized that all of the skills he's done in improv, if he just taught it to a scientist, those scientists will literally be able to go, hey, instead of all this mumbo jumbo jargon, super complex, detailed scientific shit that I understand because I've dedicated my entire understanding and existence to this, I realize you funders to my entire, I literally have to go and sit on a stage, and there's a theater full of people that are all like, I might give you this grant, you know what I mean? And you have to communicate that to me, why I should. And the only way they can do that is with that speech.
Yeah.
And so Alan Alda went to those scientists, literally did improv games of like fucking alphabet and fucking fill in the blank, shit like that. And then that was able to make them more empathetic and realize, oh, I'm not being heard. And so now I can go up there and go, instead of going 3.14959, whatever, I'll be able to go, scientific thingy goes for the money, and then we get lots of more money, and then people die less. Like, you can just literally tell that story in a crayon for them, because you're able to see that you're not communicating. And the greatest quote in this book is I'm gonna butcher it, I'm sure.
Butcher it.
If it's not just my job, it's not just your job to understand me when we're talking. It's my job to make sure I'm being understood. Because if I'm not, then are we actually communicating, or are we just making sounds at each other? And it's perfect, because how many times are people go, you're not, what don't you get about this? And you're yelling at somebody, you're talking to somebody, you're saying something in literally the exact same words over and over and over, and wondering why they don't understand. How about a thesaurus? Literally use the same words, but in a different way. Like, I need milk. You need what? The white stuff that goes in the bowl for the cereal? Whatever. You could, it's the same shit. Just, it's not bad that you might have to say it in a way that you might not want to be able to communicate with them. I don't know. And what was the first question that we got here?
We were talking about, the initial question was love. And where is the love, and why is the love not?
So there's not a lot of communication going on right now.
Yeah.
You can't be empathetic.
There's a lot of anger, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if the anger is coming from the lack of, if the lack of communication is registering into anger, or,
I think the anger is coming from, and I've had this opinion for a while, but at least America has a very black or white opinion, yes or no, binary, on or off opinion.
Yeah, I hate that.
You were either good or bad. I mean, Rorschach from Watchmen is America put in a fucking character completely, because we want so badly to be able to go pro-life, pro-choice, go now, and you're like, wow, fucking, whoa, hold on now. There's so much in between.
Yeah, well, I
can't
feel
just-
like we're starting to embrace a grayscale of things. Like, it's happening one little thing at a time, but I see yes, you're not wrong. We're fucked right now.
So you can't, and it goes with, I mean, politics. You fucking.
Yeah, that's where it's the worst, honestly, because they're like, no, it can't, and I'm like, no, we're gonna have to all, like, sit down and actually, like, look at this objectively.
The rational revolution. That's what they have on the Your Mom's House podcast with Dr. Drew. They have a sign. It's the left hand facing out. Rational revolution, and it looks weird, but it's good.
It looks weird, but it's good.
It's just it's just saying, like, facts are facts. We can be all individuals without having to be, just completely
we can't
losing
all,
each other.
We can't all be the same.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that we are all different, and I think that everyone is scared.
But we can't all be different and special. How about
no,
that?
not special. No, okay. See, this is weird, because anytime people get into that argument, I'm like, no one's special, and everyone is special.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yes, it's really cool that you're you, and yes, there is no one else like you. We need that.
Yeah.
But also, doesn't mean that you're like, there's no levels to this, because I can say the exact same thing to the person that's next to you or the person you work for, and it's gonna be the same no matter what. And like, your job doesn't mean you're better or worse. Like, and this is where you get people that are like, oh, but doctors are way more important than the guy that works at Taco Bell. I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but no.
Yeah.
Like, we're not.
As a human.
Society as it stands right now, that doesn't work. If we were like tribal cavemen, then yes. I'm going to be like, yeah, we'll take the doctor.
Yeah.
Like,
I literally, that makes sense. I see what you mean, because this goes back to a few books I've read recently make me feel this way. What was it? Max Brooks' most recent book about the Bigfoot attack. Like, it's a small, super high tech community in the middle of nowhere, like in the Alps, basically, or in Alaska, somewhere really nice.
Is this like a militia?
No, they're like fancy New Yorkers. They go there like, basically 1 month out of the year, because they're like, let's go out of the city. Let's go to our $3.5 million house that's completely
Jesus.
automated. Like, that's the whole point of the book, is that they're completely automated houses. Like, everything is all smart this and smart that. And so then this volcano goes off, releasing basically fucking
Doom.
It starts burning the living area for these Sasquatch, and so they come out of hiding and find this really isolated populace of people who have no skills whatsoever. So now you are a doctor, a neural surgeon, and that means fuck all, because you are in a tribal situation.
Yeah,
exactly what you said. We are now in a place where, like, I have to get a fucking butcher knife and, like, I guess get a stick. Mm-hmm. I've seen a movie before, and I'll do that. I'll duct tape it. Oh shit, the duct tape bends. I guess I have to support that. Like, then you realize that being a fucking, okay, go ahead.
And you just made me think of cause so like the second you brought this up, I'm like, this is like how we always, like, if you're watching one of those movies, it's like a survive the movie somehow, like where a boat like Titanic, and you're like, who would I be on the Titanic? I hope not somebody stupid, like, or in a horror movie, you're like, don't do that, but you're like, I've had moments where I'm like, would I do that though?
Yeah.
Like, I really hope I wouldn't, but and then thankfully I've had some moments where it tested me, and I'm like, oh, okay, so apparently I'm not as bad off as I thought.
I feel like I'd be all right.
Yeah. I've had some weird things. I had a weird apocalyptic situation happen once, and I was very quick to get my guitar and come out of my room and stealth mode go to my mother's room. This is when I was a teenager, and I was like, Mom, don't ask questions. Get out of the bed. Get a weapon. And like,
I've already chosen my guitar.
she argued with me, And then we ended up having a talk about it later once we realized that there was not a doom happening. We sat down and talked, and I was like, if I ever fucking walk in your room again with a weapon, don't fucking argue with me.
Just
I will
fucking
leave you.
Mom, okay, just fucking.
You'll get us both killed.
Mom, please.
So yeah, but who would you be in the zombie apocalypse, boat sinking? I'm trying to think of a third one just to round it out. We already have zombies like a disease, so like virus
here's
disease,
the thing.
virus slash disease.
Before we get to that, talking about Max Brooks, another one of his books. The most recent one, the Sasquatch one, was a super scaled down version of his previous book, one of his previous books called World War Z.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, everyone might know that book.
Yeah.
Phenomenal audiobook. Genuinely, Alan Alda does a whole hour chapter. It's fucking amazing.
That's brilliant.
By the way, Alan Alda taught Max Brooks how to write. Fun fact.
Crazy, you didn't know that.
Yeah. It wasn't his dad. No offense to Mel Brooks, but it would have been World War Z would have been a very different book if he learned how to write from his dad. You know what I mean?
Well played.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been a lot more pejoratives. Is that a nice word for it? Hey, it was satire. Satire. Hey. He's Jewish. You know, he can say that, right? Is that a thing? I don't know. Is it racist for me to say that? I'm sorry.
I have no idea.
On the day of
don't
what
know
is it? What's today? Shit.
I've probably said 30 things that offended people.
December 29th.
Somebody's gonna go
whatever.
find David Schoenfeld and be like, "This bitch in a
This
spacesuit
this
is
fucking
on
bitch."
about you on a thing." Do you? But he was there. I swear. Like everything was fine. We never talked it out, and I never saw him again.
Good.
So
It's fine. That's perfect. By the way, the camera. Hopefully, we'll. Literally every episode of this podcast, I'm hoping is gonna get a little better. Like last time, I had the guest hold the microphone because I didn't have the arm. So now we're just sharing the microphone, right?
oh, I love how it's building up every single time you
Yeah.
have more fancy goo
The next time I'll have a better camera.
You're eventually gonna have a green screen.
I will get a green screen, actually. Yeah.
Don't do a green screen. Just like do a fancy area.
The only reason why I want to do
something in your.
the only reason why I want to do green screen is for when I'm doing the streaming on the video game. It literally makes your
trying to thicken your stream.
I'm trying to thin my stream. Because if you have a face cam, you literally have a box at the corner of the screen instead of having just the silhouette of your body. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You literally take up less room when you have the green screen on. You can just shove your little U on the bottom of the corner instead.
But I like the warmth and comfort of a real setting.
See, I kind of do too.
Do go vintage.
All right, we'll go vintage. I need to put the posters back up over in this corner. It looks really empty. I took the posters from here and put them in the living room since I've been hanging out in there. But now that I'm in recording in here, it looks really fucking.
You never
lame.
answered me about the apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse. Who would you be?
So
What are you gonna do?
the thing I was gonna say is that Max Brooks's book World War Z is mostly about the collapse of civilization before anyone even sees a zombie. So like if a apocalypse happened with zombies, so many infrastructural things in our society would fail, like electricity, water, and fucking everything, that literally how many people would die of non-zombie related deaths
There would be quite a bit.
whatsoever.
It would be quite a bit.
That's why I can't even really answer that question. I'm like, I don't like how far along, if let's say
Okay, if the power goes out right now, and there's no water,
I'm fucked.
and you're fucked.
I'm fucked.
Where are you
I
gonna,
am fucked.
will
I have
you-
no plan. Zero plan.
are you gonna go into work?
I guess I'll go into work. Yeah.
Why?
Because they have water there.
Okay.
I
So
guess.
So you would so you
I don't
wouldn't
know, I
really
mean,
be
like-
going into work.
No,
You'd
I
be
mean,
like
I don't know.
You'd be like, I'm gonna go there just to see what's going. Like, see, in my mind, I break this shit down like immediately. I'm like, get a weapon.
Yeah,
get-
definitely get a weapon.
Let's
you know.
procure get a
Barricade
bug
the
out
house.
bag of some kind. Yeah, well, judging off of how the people in my neighborhood are acting, if everyone's
Yeah.
being skitsy as
I
shit,
feel like my neighborhood's pretty perfect for it. I could kind of barricade, and no one would
they'd be calm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of woods around here, so you have to it's creepy to. You have to go through woods to get to someone's house, which is, I guess bad for the homeowners, maybe for defense, but it's also maybe good because like deterrent. You may not even know the house is there to go get it. I don't know.
We have a couple cops in my neighborhood. I don't know if
Yeah, but if cops are gone in an apocalypse.
well, they still have cop cars and guns and things.
So you have to take out a cop to get a cop car?
No. I don't know if they would barricade the street we're on and just like try to keep that territory safe.
So they have to
I'm
barricade
not sure how
every single street and every single house?
No, not every single street. Just this because it's 2 cops that live on the same street as me.
Oh, so they're
So
taking
they
priority
may-
over their house.
They're probably I could see them locking down that neighborhood just
We're-
so
We've got it secured.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they might, or I don't know how. I don't really get the impression most of my neighbors know each other that well. Everybody knows who I am.
The last
But-
time all of the neighbors around here, this is a total like personal story,
Okay.
but here we go. It's the Oh No podcast. Oh no.
Oh no.
It was you remember the big snowstorm and back in 06 or whatever,
I do.
like the huge, wasn't it 06, right?
There was a big one in 2013, and then
It
yeah,
was
I think,
years before that.
yeah, it was. I think there was one in 06.
So in Dallas, Texas, there was 1.5 feet snow outside my fucking house. Genuinely 1.5 feet.
Which is crazy.
Which was the most snow that Dallas had ever seen in 100 years, which we still haven't seen since.
100 years.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what the people said. So everyone in the entire neighborhood came out to help with a tree that fell in the middle of the road, like a huge, like 4 foot in diameter, circumference, across.
Circumference.
Across.
Around.
Yeah,
circumference.
not around, but like straight through 4 feet. So
Okay.
probably like 12 feet around. Huge fucking thing. Not really that big. Whatever. It's huge. So like the dude came out with the tank tires. I'm gonna get this shit out to tank. Oh, you got a chainsaw too? You get that side, I get this side.
People get really excited
Yeah.
when there's a tree to chop
Yeah.
up. It's weird.
And then one of those people punched my mom. So yeah, that's what I mean by like
Why'd they
things
punch
can
your
go
mom?
because my mom was like trying to help, and he was like, get out of here. We don't need your help. And she was like, fuck you. I'm just trying to fucking help. And then he goes, "Gah, gah, gah," and just starts punching her because a woman said fuck you to a man. That's why he did it. So this is what I mean by like we're all out there trying to literally help our neighborhood. We're helping each other, and this fucking asshole has some fucking toxic masculinity shit. So yeah, maybe evil does exist.
I don't know. It's
Like where does
weird.
that guy's
Where
nurturing?
Where is it coming from?
Yeah.
This urge to react that way.
Yeah,
Like, is it because
he in his mind he
was right?
was right,
Yeah.
or he's just a fucking man and has testosterone take over his body and is a fucking animal that needs to be put
Angry,
down.
punch.
Yeah, exactly.
Dog mad.
just-
Dog punch.
Straight up needs to
I
be
don't
put
know.
down.
I don't know. I don't know where these people come from, and I
horrible.
don't understand why they jump to that.
Why
I'm
the
like,
fuck? We were all here having a nice get together of helping each other.
if
I
shit
feel
like
like the light on you is so strong.
it's because I'm so pale.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh.
Maybe
And
we'll-
I'll just melt into the
Yeah.
chair.
Maybe I'll turn this black. I'll just make it black and white. No, it's okay. The camera will be better next time. I was afraid that it was too dark without that, and it definitely was.
Yes,
But
I think you did good.
okay, cool. All right. I'm
But
sorry, I changed the subject again.
I think I would try to go away from here if there was like an actual zombie apocalypse. It seems like it would be a bad idea to try to stay in the city.
I think
I feel like everyone in I live
Yeah.
still kind of in between Fort Worth and Dallas, and I feel like it's metropolitan enough that everyone would be losing their shit.
roads are gone because cars are gone. And cars are gone because of like
Well, cars would be around for a little while.
yeah, but I'm talking about the detritus.
Yeah.
Like everything would become roads would become extremely bogged down with other cars, and then you couldn't drive them.
I don't know if I want to share my zombie plan.
You
I have a
shouldn't.
really good one.
It's also a reason why I was like, I have no idea what I would do.
You're like,
It's like the number one rule of your zombie plan is don't
don't fucking
anybody.
tell anyone the plan.
So then you're like,
All right,
oh,
yeah, I
well.
can't. I have a really good one.
Like I'm
Just
gonna go to
trust me.
Walmart. Oh, fucking good luck, you idiot. You know what I
I
mean?
can
Like,
only take a few people. You need to have skills.
Yeah. I need skills. Do you have skills? Then I don't need you.
I have a very particular set of skills.
Do you? to add to my particular belt of people that I'm gonna attach to me. I'm putting you on a leash.
We need a boatist, a planist,
A boatist.
a
A pianist.
a pianist,
Not someone who plays a piano, but a giant penis.
a huntist, and
Huntress.
some sort of medical doctorist.
I need a doctorist or a veterinist.
Yeah, that could work.
We'll settle with a detrinist.
Yeah,
Veteranist.
detrinist.
Oh, that's just a lawyer. One of them lawyers, right? We don't need no lawyers.
We don't need any lawyers where we're going.
All right. Can I show you some random things really quick?
Please do.
Can we check on some other things?
Is this the thing you regularly do?
This is what I want to try to do on the podcast.
Okay.
Is have some clips that we watch. You know.
Some visual aids.
Some visual aids. There we go. Switching over to the big screen there. Let's try out our sounds here. Hold on.
Oh no! I just finally cried myself to sleep.
God, I will never get over that. All right. So the first clip I have prepared is this one. So I just want you to tell me your reaction to this guy.
I think you're gonna be able to. Okay.
So for those who want to watch this later, this is here's the name here at the bottom. It is around 10 minutes and 33 seconds in. This went viral on TikTok recently.
It did?
I found this video years ago. 2015 it came out.
But now everybody else is catching on.
And other people are catching on. And I'm like, God, yeah, I should have shown this shit before. So we're not going to watch the whole video because it's transformative in nature. This is copyright. They're not being copyright infringing or whatever. We're transforming it by reviewing it, you know. Are you ready? So they're working out. And this is just kind of a vlog. They hang out, you know. Yeah. Did you?
What the fuck
Don't
was
just
that?
eat the whole.
What the hell did you just put in your mouth?
Huh? Nothing. Huh? Like he like what? No. Nothing. Nothing. I didn't. Hold on. I mean, it happens so quick. He like bends down, crunch,
Just crunch.
and then
This
guy's like,
look
"What
at his
the fuck was
eyes
that?
is just one of
The fuck was
sheer
that?"
like I love these eggs, but
so that's what I wanted to get your opinion on. You ever worked out enough to where you need this?
What the fuck?
I've
was
just
that?
never seen anyone do it this
Huh?
way.
What the hell did you just put in your mouth?
Huh? What was it? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Is that a raw egg?
This happened to me the other day.
What do you mean this happened? No, this didn't happen to you the other day.
This happened to me the other day.
You ate an egg, an entire raw egg?
No, this guy. This is a sidebar story. Sidebar story. I was at the gas station down the street from my house, and I was dressed kind of like this, sort of, and I had on a big fur coat and a big wide brim hat. I sort of looked like a beige Carmen Sandiego, and like. This dude is in a car in front of me at the pumps, and there was no one else around. And I get out of the car, and I just hear him yell faggot at me.
Oh, fun.
And,
Yeah,
like,
fun.
I was like, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear this. And I just went back to looking at my phone. I was like, we'll just let him leave, and then I just pretended to stare at my phone. He said something else, and I couldn't tell what he said. Then he pulls around to the other side of my pump, and I'm like, here we go. I could feel the violence coming, because the last time some shit like that happened, the last time a person that was big said faggot at me, like yelled it, I got my ribcage kicked. So like,
Jesus.
I was just kind of ready for it to go sideways, but I was cautious. Like I was just like, maybe it's not
this
as bad.
time,
maybe not
violence
this
won't
time.
happen.
Like, so like the dude looks at me and he goes, "None of the pumps are working. I'm gonna save you some time. You should just take your business elsewhere." And I'm like,
So he worked there.
no.
No, he definitely didn't work there. So he's just like,
didn't
hey,
work there.
these
I leaned back and like
gas
saw
pumps
that the
aren't for
no, I like
you.
leaned back and the pumps are all on and buzzing with the numbers on, and so I just leaned forward and I was like, "Did you just call me a faggot?" And he went, "Yeah, but like I said, all the pumps aren't working, so you should take your business elsewhere." And I was like, I have to leave.
I'm gonna leave. You know what?
But when I said leave, I meant I need to go in that store and buy shit, so I'm gonna
fucking
Like,
I'm
it
not
was
leaving
so
'cause you want me to
confusing.
leave.
I was like, I just said,
Where
"Did you
was
cr-"
this?
This was just like a little gas station in the Kroger parking lot near my house. Like 2 minutes from my house. Like I can walk there. I do walk there sometimes. And I'm like, this dude, I like went inside and the gas station attendant, I knew that all those dudes I know.
Yeah, you always know your local gas station.
Dudes. And that dude looked freaked out. His eyebrows were like way up and he looked flustered. And I was like, did you get yelled at too? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I got yelled at. I don't even work here. And he was like, yeah, the guy was really mad about the freaking pumps. And I was like, clearly. But still didn't answer my, like, what was really weird about the situation.
Oh, so he literally was telling you the pumps don't
Yeah,
work.
the pumps weren't working.
So he was just like, hey, the pumps weren't working. Faggot. Like,
Yeah!
unnecessarily.
It's even weirder than it was at the beginning.
Still didn't need to have that part.
I told my stepdad about this, and he was just like, did he think you were a lesbian? And I was like, dude, I don't think it had anything to do with that. Like, I was wearing a big hat. You couldn't really see any of this. I was wearing a huge coat. So this was all like, I was like, maybe he thought I was a drag queen, or maybe he thought that I was Prince, and he hates Prince.
Yeah, that's
Prince
what I'm
Risen.
It's like I want to always be like, you chose the wrong person, because I love that word. It's such a nice thing for you to say to me, because I love being a faggot. Like
Normally when someone's like, hey faggot, it's like a person I love, and I'm like, hey.
yeah. It's someone who has the right to say it, because usually they are one as well, you know?
I always, like, I understand everybody out there that's like, you can't say that. It's not a lot. I get what you're saying.
I definitely understand some people saying that, but I'm one of the people that if you're saying, obviously the N-word's different. The N-word's always different. But most words you can't be afraid to say words. You have to be able to say them, and especially if you're meaning them with good intentions. It goes back to
intent is everything.
Being communication. If you can pick up on someone's intent and being empathetic, and they're saying something that they love, you can tell that I love you when I say that. You could tell that person was screaming at
that
you
dude
from
was planning on doing some weird shit. I
You didn't
knew,
even
like,
need to look at
immediately.
him.
I knew immediately the minute his car started rolling around the other side. I was like, oh god, violence. I can feel violence. Like, I could feel rage, and I was just, his intent changed once he started talking to me. It was really weird. I think he must have, like, thought one thing and then changed his mind about whatever it was, and I'm not really sure. But on the case of, like, the word faggot, I'm gonna say it. But here's the deal. I've had full beer cans thrown at my head from cars passing by while people scream faggot at me.
Yeah.
Plenty. And I've had, like, weird white supremacist idiots kick me in the rib cage calling me a faggot.
Genuinely
So
crazy things happen to you.
I am going to still use the word because it's fucking, I earned it.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like, I fucking earned it, okay?
Willem, my favorite drag queen, has her opinion on it is exactly ours. Is like, if you're certain people want to be proud of it.
Just know that if I ever said that word in rage, it would only ever be at somebody who's the kind of person who fucking says that shit to people to degrade them and make them feel small, because they're the only people that fucking give that weight.
Yeah,
and
like,
I want them to know that I think they're a faggot.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like, it's like certain point you're like, that's the communication thing. Oh, you communicate like a child.
yes.
So the
That's
only
like
way
the only way they understand is that you just
the only way is you just gotta go back, or you just like, it's not as satisfying, but it is the bigger thing. You just like, I'm going to allow you to be who you are, and I'm gonna not reciprocate. That's one thing I always want. I want to try to do that every time, and I fail a lot of the times. But it's like, I'm gonna walk away and allow you to be so upset about this interaction that I'm gonna forget about immediately. That's what I like. It's adding to the plaque of your heart, adding to that heart attack you're gonna have later, and I'm just not gonna have that with you.
This motherfucker that we just watched.
Yeah. Oh, this
Him
guy,
putting the fucking egg in his mouth is the moment that dude screamed angrily, faggot. And then me being like, did you just do that? And he's like, what?
No.
What?
No?
But
Oh, so
like
he
I
backed
said,
down.
eggs. Like,
He backed down. Well, on a softer note than that word, let's figure out why he's eating the egg.
I don't know.
Right?
Well, okay, workout dudes do
What
the
the
egg
fuck
where
was
they
that?
crack it into their mouth,
Yeah.
or they put
What
it
the
in a
hell did you just put in
smoothie
your
and they
mouth?
eat it raw for the protein, whatever.
But not the whole
But
egg.
the shell,
Yeah.
I don't fucking
Listen to
know.
this.
He's like, that's valuable
that a raw
protein in
egg?
there in the shell.
Yeah, listen to this guy.
Don't let the viewers see this,
Oh,
but
they're seeing it.
actually,
Oh, they're seeing
my
it.
joints.
It's
the
for my
secret.
joints.
I hate to give it out. Eggshell membrane.
Eggshell membrane. His friends
Eggshell
are
membrane.
What the hell is that?
Priceless. It's the best joint repair substance known to man.
ever. How there was a solid 6 ums you could put in between what he was trying to say. He had no clue what he was talking about. Like-
Eggshell membrane. Have we researched this? Can we Google this?
It's the most. Eggshells are the most good for your joints known to man.
Eggshell
Yeah, look up eggshell membrane.
membrane.
Not the eggshells, just the membrane. Is that what? Isn't that like the slime on the inside or something like that?
Oh, there's an article.
There's an article.
I don't know the validity of this website.
There's an article about it. We will find out.
Okay, so according to
Sound
this
effects.
random website, it's got what is that?
That is NCBI.
It's a .gov. So
It's a
there's that.
.gov.
Eggshell membrane, a possible new natural therapeutic for joint and connective tissue disorders. Results from 2 open-label human clinical studies.
Wow. So this one. All right, dude. You got us. This guy right here. Here we go. Let's take a look at him. He's a genius. I never would have thought. Later on in this video, he straight up shits his pants too. Like, just
It's
farts.
like 2 studies.
Just-
Didn't it say 2 studies? 2 open-label human clinical studies. So off of 2 studies, like, I'ma eat these eggshells
Yeah.
because maybe.
In front of everyone. Like, I have a bag. Did you see he had his Ziploc bag of them?
He just had like a weird. That didn't even look like a Ziploc bag.
It was a Ziploc bag.
It
We
just
can
looked
go
like
back.
a filthy little,
Let's see if we can go
little,
back.
like. It's just like don't get me
Eggshell
wrong. I've got my little satchels of tools and weird artsy shit, so I understand. But the fact that it's just eggs in his weirds me out.
Yeah, here we go.
I just don't understand that.
Look at that.
It's not a Ziploc bag.
It's
It's just
you're
a
right,
fucking
it's just
bag.
A sack.
It's just a weird bag, like
just-
plastic bag inside his workout bag that he's like eggs. I wonder how often. Okay, but have you heard of the dudes that drink breast milk?
I mean, those people always exist.
But they do it for their workout. They're like, nah, this is better. And I'm like, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Those are like the same people who are like, yeah, these muffins are made exclusively out of semen and they're great for my digestive system. You're like, bitch. Come on. No way.
But I don't wanna.
Yeah, no, I don't need that
I
much.
don't want to.
I'll rather shit blood than that.
I want to go back to before you told me that.
All right, so the next video let's go into is this. This is just a guy. I found him a while ago. I've never seen anyone more excited
This
about anything ever.
Well, at least he's gonna be excited. I feel like this will make me happy.
Okay. Oh, we got sound? Oh shit, I turned it down. Sorry. I muted it over there. Let's try it again. Let's start it over.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait for it. There's like
Okay,
a.
we're
Oh
gonna
shit.
definitely have to watch that one again.
Yeah, sorry. This is just on a playlist of some of my favorite stuff. That next video was Bobby Lee talking about being molested by a Down syndrome kid. It's one of his favorite stories to tell because it gets that reaction every single time. Anyway, yeah. So this guy, I mean, this
Damn
is.
it.
There's
Okay.
nothing better than like a rocket scientist nerd being like,
Holy
shit! Did you see how high that went? Holy fuck!
It went so fucking high!
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Let's do this.
All right, let's do it again. Watch again.
Rip it.
Rip it, brother.
Rip it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Holy shit! His little hop at the end. Wait for it. That's it. Oh, the little pop at the
He
end.
does
Oh,
like
it's
a
so
little
good.
kick. You can tell.
Oh,
When I
so
was in
good.
high
Oh, I gotta turn the autoplay off. Why is the autoplay going? Get out of here. I don't know how to turn it off anymore. I'm an old person.
Oh my
apparently.
god, that's
All right.
good.
Yeah,
I really needed that.
it's one of my favorite things. Yeah. So for those, whoops, it's playing again. I'm sorry. For those who wants to watch it, it's my first successful G-sized engine launch. Look at that. It's got fucking. That is no views at all. This video
The
deserves.
people need to see this.
The people need to see the amazing love that this man has. This next video, I showed on my last podcast. It is a man. This is his. Hold on. Let's move over here. First of all.
First of all,
I just finally cried myself to sleep.
We need to talk about this guy.
okay.
So you're like to totally lead the witness. You approve of sex work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with that. We're not judging.
Yeah, we need to help these people out too.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
fair medical treatment and not to be arrested for doing
Holy
a job, and they need to also we need to do some shit so that everybody's safe when because they're all out there doing it anyway. So
they-
fucking
Allowing them to pre-screen themselves and all that kind of stuff, amazingly. Yeah, online instead of like in a hotel room. You know.
what fucking movie is it where is it barbed wire where you have to get tested and everybody's got a medical card they walk around, or is it Amsterdam? Because I feel like they already do that in Amsterdam. Like all the ladies in the red light district already have paperwork all
I think
the time.
Amsterdam definitely has it.
Yeah.
They don't work without condoms either. Which obviously makes sense.
In the porn industry, everybody has to get tested. There's protocols.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Why? The future is now, people.
So anyway, all I'm saying is this young man is an entrepreneur. He has his own business, right? This is
Is it silly?
these
string
are
sex?
ads that he has decided to make. And if you want to look at the name of this one, if you go ahead and tell the name of it.
0606161631.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. You got it. Right on, right there. There it is. That's the name of it.
What?
And I don't know if that's his phone number. I don't know if that's the file name.
Call for a good time.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it's literally. It's not. It doesn't. It doesn't even say .mp4 or anything. So it's not even a file. Sometimes people will upload something and not change the file name, and it's just the random code that they put on there. But anyway, there's about 5 or 6 videos, different videos, in the vein of this, and I want you to experience it.
Experience. Taste the rainbow.
If you would like a free sample with no strings attached, you can test drive the sports model. I'm willing to consider any kind of strictly friendly sports. You can decide how strictly or how friendly. I want a tough chick who's not afraid of guys.
I'm gonna. My my first reaction is, tell me more. You were saying?
As you were.
As you were, sir.
So, I like that he's so far he's there's obviously a script, right? I mean, he's reading off something.
Something, yeah. He's probably got like cue cards or
Yeah.
a prompter of some
I'm
kind.
gonna make sure this is professional. Right.
I need more volume on.
If you get urges to
wanna
be
hear
a
it more?
man,
Yeah.
I might get the urge to let you win.
Thank you.
If you're willing to practice strictly friendly sports until you achieve perfection, call Tom for a challenge.
Tom.
I'm thinking about wrestling and spanky frisbee at the public park.
Wait, what did he just say?
We can go back. Let's go back.
Strictly friendly sports until you achieve perfection, call Tom for a challenge. I'm thinking about wrestling and spanky frisbee at the public park.
Wrestling.
Spanking frisbee?
Spanking frisbee at the public park. So you get frisbee.
God, I want an excuse to say that in my normal life more often.
You won't play spanking frisbees at the public park? Hey, we can play it all together.
Oh no! I just finally cried myself to sleep.
Okay.
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 I just like she fits in everywhere. They're like, oh no.
I want to
Jesus.
understand.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else he has here.
You and your friends can have a stud roping contest if you're willing to make and use a lasso. The one
Make
that
and
lassos
use a
hog
lasso.
ties me the fastest wins. You can have a bring your own belt party. Each woman can bring a different belt, blindfold me, then take turns whipping me.
I love the bring your own belt party.
Bring your own belt.
Hey, I don't have enough to go around, so you need to bring your own belt.
Bring your own knife party.
Hey, we need to bring your own knives now because
Bring your own shank.
we've had some issues. We've had some issues with blood porn passages. All right.
I've had a bring your own knife party. Oh, ties and knives. There was a guy that showed up to my 22nd birthday party
fucking
with a suitcase.
22.
He had 2 suitcases. He had one suitcase full of knives and one suitcase full of ties. And he handed them out to
Ties?
everybody. Yeah, he just opened them up on the front
What
porch.
are the ties for? Choking?
Wearing.
Lame.
He then at one point walked out of the house and he had a machete from the kitchen. There were a lot of people at this party, by the way. And it was also at a rent by in cash rundown shack. We called it the murder shed. But I walked out and he was chopping the fucking front post of the porch down with a machete.
Oh, fucking no.
Or like a hatchet. What are those called? Not a hatchet. It's like a big butcher's cleaver thing. He was using that to
a meat cleaver?
And I fucking was like, "You hand that to me, sir." And I was like, "Are you aware that this is my house and my birthday?" And he was like, "Oh, it's your birthday?" And I was like, "Yes."
That changes everything.
That changes everything. And he was like, "Have a knife." And he was like, "I have a special one." He was like Santa, but with knives. And he pulled out 2 knives. And he was like, "I think you should go with this one." And it was an eagle that was all white with a ruby for the eye. And he was like,
Holy
"It has
shit.
a ruby for the eye." And I was like, This is the nicest. You're the only person that brought me a birthday present. Everyone else just brought liquor.
This almost makes up for the fact that you destroyed my
No,
front porch.
I kind of made a snap decision at that point. I was like, how much do I really care about this house? And I was like, I don't.
Okay, good.
I
good,
didn't
good.
at all. It was
Good.
terrible. It was it was built in 1910 and it should have been burned down 30 years ago.
Shit.
When everyone who had committed suicide in its ghosts had risen up out of the weird
Burn the
dirt floor.
ghosts on a pyre.
But this dude was like, "I think you should pick this one." I was like, "That's the one I wanted." And so I took it and I was like, "You know what? Fucking cut the porch down. I didn't like it anyway."
keep going. Fucking keep going.
God damn it.
All right, so speaking of keeping going.
Bring your own belts. Bring your own belt party.
Then I'll decide which woman has the best skills.
He'll
If
decide.
you don't like my ideas, you can make a special request. You can practice self-assertion with me if you'd like to
I
toughen
love
up.
this. A
If you're a
self-assertion.
sissy chick or a shy chick,
Okay, so if you're a sissy chick or a shy chick, you definitely need self-assertion.
you definitely need self-assertion and courage.
See, he's here to help, okay?
He's trying to make the world a better place.
He's like, look, I know.
One
for a
bring your own belt party at a time.
I know one belt party at a time. If I bring these people over, they will slowly be able to talk to their dads again. You know? They'll be able to say, "Mom, I like to be belted, and I like to bring my own." Okay? Don't shame me. For
Have
that.
you tried looking up "Bring Your Own Belt Party" on YouTube?
Encouragement.
Oh.
If you're still undecided, there's more ads after this. Now let's get tight.
Let's get tight, and then go over to the record button because there's no editing at all, and that's that. Yeah. If there's more ads after this, so let's get
There's
tight.
no additional information
sort of
about
Balti-
like where he is
No.
or.
I mean,
what?
we can. Let's see. It's
Free
free
stud
stud
service.
services.
This
This
sounds
sounds good.
Too good to be true. I'm in.
Reno 911 audition tape.
Okay, so are you gonna show me more of these ads?
Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go in here. Let's see what he got. Ooh, okay. So let's go here. Do you want to start at the beginning?
What?
Like I said, there's a few of them. I only have ever watched the third one. I like the third one the most.
You've
So
only ever watched
Yeah.
the third one.
Well, I perused.
You
I didn't
perused.
want to ruin the taste of the third one
Free.
for me.
What does the sign say? Free stud service.
You wanna
serve
watch that one?
ice.
Serve ice. It does say serve ice.
God damn it!
Serve ice.
There's more information.
There's
Ask
his
for
number.
Thriller.
Whoops. There's his number.
Are we being? Is this a punk?
I should probably blur the number, right?
I don't know.
I'll blur the number.
Are
Well, I
we-
mean, people are gonna.
Well, no.
You can just look up the video.
We're helping him advertise.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't have a big audience or anything to worry about, so it's not like I'm gonna like accidentally DDoS this guy.
I'm gonna be straight with you guys. There's a pretty good chance this dude is not at that number anymore.
I mean, yeah, this is a fucking 4-year-old video, so.
I'm a single stud seeking a kinky chick for hot rockin' and serious thrills.
Look at his eyes move so quick. He wrote the letters. He wrote like one word at a time. Bam, 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 bam. Because you see his eyes going. He didn't like.
That's just all the meth. And stuff.
He's like,
That'll-
I need to
that'll
write the
make your
script.
eyes go crazy.
I need to write the script this way,
This a ways.
not a this ways.
I'm offering fun, games, relaxation, or excitement in return for a steady play date with a woman who desires safe, sane thrills with an open-minded guy.
Safe, sane thrills with an open-minded guy. Now, there's nothing wrong with that.
He sounds reputable.
There's safe is the first thing I want to worry
He's speaking the right language.
about. Yeah.
It's just that
Every word I
it's
hear.
on YouTube.
Yeah, every word I'm hearing from this guy. Hold on. Let's switch to the camera over here. Look at us, guys. Look at it. Look at me. There's my face, and here we are right now. You saw me twice. If you were to ask me, if there was a safe, non-judgmental option for me to get my thrills,
Then you'd have been in a long time ago.
and you told me it was this guy,
Why haven't you already called him?
and you told me it's this guy, I'm fucking in.
I like his shorts.
I like his shorts too.
He's
Like,
got a
and
very 90s My Life in the Thrill Kill Cult stripped down to booty shorts look going for him.
I show you mostly everything, but not what you want to see. We know I'm leaving you left for desire.
Wanting.
Yeah,
I want to leave you wanting more.
But my problem, honestly, if I'm gonna give free stud services a genuine critique, no vertical video, right? Don't do the vertical. Turn your phone sideways, like just that's it. Hold on.
Am I dumb that I don't understand what the RR entry thing is for?
RR entry. We might be able to find out. I don't know. Let's find out. Hold on. Let's keep going. He might talk about that.
I'm seeking a woman who has intimate goals to take her private self and mine to our limits. A woman who craves variety and likes asserting herself all over a guy. Write out your
Oh my god,
bedroom
holy
bucket
shit,
list
hold
of
on. Asserting yourself all over a guy. All over a guy? What the fuck does that mean?
He's into foot whipping.
That's what you got out of that?
What did you get out of it?
Like, he wants you to put your essence all over you.
Oh,
Like,
that.
Hold
okay.
on, let's go back. Let's go.
He wants assertion.
self and mine to our limits. A woman who craves variety and likes asserting herself all over a guy.
Yeah, she likes to assert herself all over a guy. Like, hey, It's me. Like it's just you all over me. I want you to do you all over me. Hey, baby, can you all over me?
Can you just rub your essence all up and down? I want that cooter.
Can you all...
Oh, no. I just finally cried myself to sleep.
No, I can't. No. Okay, hold on.
Write out your bedroom bucket list of 5 or 10 ideas.
Bedroom
and
bucket
call
list.
me and tell me
BBL.
your wishes. If we share mutual interest, let's rock. If you call me, leave
Let's
a voice message with name and number. I'll return your call ASAP. Thanks.
1, 2, oh, and cut. There's gotta be a director, man. You were like, and my message is done. I'm going to transfer.
What do you think he does for a living? I've got.
My God, what do you think?
It could be so many things.
Because this is free.
This is free. This isn't where he's making his money.
He's
Although he's got a business if he wants one.
He is not making. This is fulfilling free. Like you will not have to pay a dime.
Yeah.
For this love.
I think he needs to charge.
No, it's.
I think he should say I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Hold on. Okay, so let's. This was I see here. Was your stomach going? Or was that my stomach?
It's mine.
I haven't eaten either. We should stop.
He's hungry.
Should we stop and eat soon? You want to stop and eat soon?
Yeah, soon. But I do think that it would be cool to see the student in his daily life as a snow cone salesman.
I didn't know they had them on Tosh.
Oh God.
Oh shit. Am I late?
I would like to see him at his forklift operating job. I would like to see him in his guidance counselor position. And I also think that he could possibly be a sex shop worker, but not like a sex shop like you would see, like we see around here. It's more like when you're on a 12-hour road trip and you see the one that's out in the middle of fucking nowhere, but with 5 cars.
DW's
this guy's in one of those cars.
The DW video, yes, he's the one. Like you go into those places and you find out that like those are the places that actually have to be 18 to go into. Like most novelty stores.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, no, it's just novelty. We're just here for novelty. Those places are like, let me see your ID. Fucking okay.
Do you want to go back in that room? If you put money in the hole in the wall, the other hole, there'll be a hole that you could put your dick into.
Okay.
Oh, there's a lady back there. Huh.
I'm trying to wonder.
Do you see any other cars out there in that parking lot, mister?
So my favorite one, the third one, is the most viewed. I'm just wondering because I haven't heard of this guy from anywhere else, and they're talking about him being on Tosh.0.
I kind of want to know what's going on with the one where
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's dive. Oh, it's a display.
There's a display.
Call Tom 717-360-8739. There's no way that number's still around.
My name is Tom. My personal...
Okay, look how far off he's looking.
Yeah,
look how far away from
He's
limbs.
honing this thing. He's trying. He's
here. Okay.
He's now he's
Tom,
figured out the background thing, and he's
Tom,
trying.
hold on, Tom, listen to me, Tom. I need you to listen to me really quick, please. Just if you're gonna have a script like that, it's fine to have a script, but just put it close to the lens, okay? Okay, buddy. Just put it close to the lens, buddy. It's okay. Because what you have here is you're looking at the moon. I mean, I don't know where your eyes are.
Maybe that's the vibe he wants to put off.
I want my vibe to be, I'll never look at you in the eyes.
I'll never look you in the face ever, and I will stare deeply and meaningfully into the ceiling/wall corner.
This is the only way I do not come fast, is if I look into the corner of the room and
please
count the bugs.
Don't talk about that. You're giving me flashbacks to a really bad experience I had a long time ago.
How does that work? Hold on now. Let's switch off the cameras. Let's go back over to the single. What's the story behind? What are you talking about? You counting bugs on the ceiling to not come?
There was a dude once. If you're out there, I'm sorry.
But
Just stop watching this now if you've ever had sex with me.
hey, hey, stop watching now because guess what? You've got bugs. Okay,
This dude.
you've got fucking bugs.
There was a dude that I slept. I think he was the third dude that I ever slept with.
Oh no,
And
third time's a charm.
Third time was not a charm.
Oh shit.
It was super awkward, and like we had to go to the store to get condoms because.
Oh, because like.
And then like when we got back,
That's like you're always like you're wishing you before you leave the house. You're like the other person's gonna have to have them, right?
it was just really like everything about it was awkward. And then like
I feel like if you're wanting to have sex, you'll have the condoms. You know. You'll be
the
prepared.
desire to have sex was quickly leaving me with every moment that passed. And then once we were doing the stuff, he was like very diplomatic, which I appreciate, but was just like, what's your
Diplomatic.
favorite position at the time? It was a long time ago. It was a position where I was facing a wall and he was also facing a wall. And
we are facing the same way.
so he's doing the stuff, and then you can tell I don't like talking about my sex stuff.
Hey, we don't have
the
to. We
general public.
definitely-
No, or
we
not. Not that I
definitely don't have
don't
to.
like is not the right, or that I get uncomfortable because I'm
We can
like, oh
cut this.
god,
We
these
can
people
stop.
are gonna judge me so hard. But
I'm sure people will be
judge him.
thrilled.
Judge him
We're
because
we're
this
judging.
I was just a
We're judging
I
him
was just a normal human trying to have sexual intercourse
for the third time
for
in
the
my life.
third time. No,
Only
I'd
for the
had-
third.
No, it was third dude, not the third time.
Oh.
I'd had a serious boyfriend. We had sex repeatedly
I
before
thought there was
that.
a girl in there.
But this was a dude after the serious boyfriend, and this was awful. And like, 5 minutes or so. It probably wasn't 5 minutes, but it felt like it happened. It was dead silent. Dead silent. Dead silent it was. And I was like, I feel weird now making any noise because there's so little noise in this room.
I learned that pretty quick that like it's pretty important to like not be completely silent because I felt like I was like, oh, they're gonna be worried that I'm like they're gonna be like judging the sounds. They want something.
Just make your natural sounds because people can tell if you're like the
Yeah.
sounds you actually would make when you're getting off are way hotter
hot.
to the person that is trying
Yeah.
to get you off, hopefully.
Yeah, and if they don't,
Hopefully.
then you'll find out quick.
So
Like this guy.
this dude, like 5 minutes had gone by of just dead silence, and I was just like, huh.
Hello.
I feel really alone now. And
I know I'm not,
I turned.
but I feel alone.
I had to turn around, and I was like, he was just there, perched in a weird way. I don't even think his hands were on me, which was even
Oh, he was hover fucking you.
hover fucking. And
Oh no.
so he was just sort of like, he had this very intense stare, like into the corner, meaning like very weird up here, and he was just like,
This is what he's doing. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that movement you're doing, with that.
with that face. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And that, and like, I was like, okay, something's wrong. Like my brain was like, I didn't have.
wrong. But he was just trying not to.
I didn't have enough experience. I was like, well, I've only been with 2 other people. One of those people I'd only been with 1 time. And I was just sitting back like, I don't feel like I have enough experience to know what the hell's happening right now. So I just was like, just internalize it. And
Just think it's you.
just go to your happy place. Go to your happy place.
And see, that's what for me. Like, yeah, same thing. Like my first time, the person was looking away, and they were genuinely not wanting to. I found that out afterwards. They were like, oh, no, I just didn't really want to. I'm like, I feel like a piece of shit now. Thank you.
That went on for an obscenely long time, it felt like. And at some point I did turn it, like,
You
I
were like,
turned
"I'm done."
periodically to be like, has anything changed? Nope. All right. Still just staring at the corner of the fucking, I'm here.
That's so
Like,
weird. That's so weird.
and
I
then,
definitely
like,
want to have some participation from the person I'm with.
after it was over, when it was finally over, I was like, cool, this is over. And then I he said a really dumb thing in the car, which made it even easier because he started accusing me of playing the music I was playing in the car on the way
I
back
thought you were
to
gonna be
his-
like, you fucked me. I didn't wanna.
No, no. And it was.
He was
no,
accusing you for playing what?
I put on like Hansel and Gretel or something like that. And like he started being like, "You're only playing this because this is on my MySpace playlist." And I was like,
Sure.
"What are you even saying to
Yeah,
me right now?"
sure.
And I was like, "Dude, I like Hansel and Gretel." And he was like, "Yeah, you just went and researched this from my profile."
Ew.
And I was like, "Get out of my car." And we were like going 70 down the highway. I was like, "Yeah, definitely get out of my car." Like, I was friends with one of his friends. I dropped him off at, they lived together. They were roommates. And I dropped him out there, and she came out to say hi, and she was like, "What? How did things go?" And I was like, "I never want him in my house again." And she was just like, "That bad, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yep.
Apparently,
Yep, that
he
bad.
turned right around and was like, "That was awesome. It was great.
Of
We had sex
course.
forever, and it was fucking."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Why are you talking to people about this?"
See,
And
that's what I'm saying is like my
which is
experience.
why I am now talking to people about this.
That's what I'm saying is my experience. The person was like, they were just like, meh, I don't care. I don't care to be I'm here and I don't. They weren't like, they just zero participation. Yours, he wanted to be there, and they're still like, he had to have just been like, I can't look at you or I'm gonna bust.
To give him the benefit of the doubt, me and Ricky came to the conclusion that maybe that's what the issue
Had to be.
was.
Because I've done that before, where I'm like, I am performing, I have to perform, all right. And then when like I'm ready, I'm like, all right, now can all right.
Okay,
Now
well,
look.
I hope that's what it was, because if
It
there's
had to have
anything else, I feel bad. Like, I'm like, we probably should have just not done that at all. Probably just in general should have not done that at all. But still, like, don't ever find yourself looking at that. The corner where the ceiling meets the wall, like
Where the
that's-
bugs are, yeah, where this guy is.
Where the sky is.
I think he's singing a song here.
An appointment for intensity. If you're under 18, you young
Oh, he
chicks
looked like
will have
he's-
to get your kicks from my video flicks, not from me. Sorry. Now where's all the chicks at? Kinky chicks.
I'm
Single
mad.
stud seeking kinky chick for heart rocking and serious thrills. Goth chicks. I want
You
to
can put
know
a
if you
beat
can
to
act
this.
as scary as you look. Don't wear it if you can't share it, sister.
You
Suicidal
can't wear it,
chicks.
sister.
I'm offering you 100 reasons to live another day.
What is
He's fucking
What
high
is
right now.
this
He's
stick?
like, I need pussy now.
is that a
I
broom?
need the pussy now.
Is that a broom?
Yeah, it's a broom. It's like a paint. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a
a broom.
paint stick. It's like an extender for a paint broom. Paint broom? Paintbrush? Yeah, that's
Okay.
fucking weird.
That does it for me.
Yeah. All right. We have had enough of the free stud services.
No, I was saying that paint stick. That really
Oh,
does
yeah.
it for me.
Oh, it does it for you. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, those are the only 3 videos I've found for the weird part of the podcast.
Okay.
So I don't know. Let's take a break here.
Let's
This
go
might
eat.
be. It's so like hell. You know what? Let's say that might be. You want to say that's the end, or you want to take a break? What do you
Did we
feel?
go for like an hour?
I feel like we've gone for a while.
Yeah.
We'll if this is the end of the podcast, goodbye. If not, we'll just stop and then we'll see. And
It's
then-
been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
If I'm ever welcome again today or later, I'll
Yeah.
be very grateful, and I enjoyed this very much.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, if not, I'll see you later. If not, if not,
Hell yeah, we definitely will. This was great. This is exactly what I wanted to make. I'm sorry. I'm definitely gonna need to get some wood underneath this mic arm because I can see it's just bending the plastic here.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah.
It's an unhappy table.
Yeah, the table does not like this. But anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Get a paint stick and prop it up underneath there.
Fucking start. He definitely looks like he's high. Like he is like, where's the fucking chicks? Where's the chicks? Like, he's just like yelling about it.
Maybe he just lives his life in a state of high. Like maybe he's vibrating at a higher frequency than everybody else, and so that's why we just like he's speaking a higher mentality than what we all can comprehend.
It's called crack. All right.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
is.
for watching, everyone. I love you. And oh, by the way, before we go, I have this other effect on this little thing I've been wanting to show off. It's the
It's called. Oh, that's not it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh my god!
That's it. There's kind of a weird tape delay. I like it. It's just weird that you can I can imagine you're an audio person, pressing the tape to make it go that, you know what I mean? Like, as it goes across the heads or whatever, right? Isn't that how that works? Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's my ADHD mind. That's how that works.
When you said I
Thank
was an
you.
audio person, I was like, yes, I am made only of sound.
I am only a sound person. All right, I love you. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.